truly bored, sitting with no TikTok, no Instagram, no music? Can you even remember? What about the last time you tried to do your homework? How many times do you pick up your phone? We spend nearly every free second filling time with entertainment, but the truth is, constantly avoiding boredom is actually hurting us, especially as students. We live in a world of instant gratification, rapidly enhancing technology, and AI that'll help us with our math homework. But as teens, this is ruining our brains. We need to develop reading comprehension skills and critical thinking skills. We need to be bored on purpose, because boredom is actually fuel for creativity, mental reset, and deeper thinking. Today, I will cover what boredom is and why we run from it, how boredom boosts creativity and problem solving, and how being bored can actually change our lives. Before we can see why boredom actually helps us, we need to understand what boredom is and why we hide from it. Boredom happens when our brain is searching for stimulation, but it can't find anything that's satisfying. It's a signal telling us that we need to find something to do. Professor Peter Endicott claims that boredom sparks activity in the amygdala, which is responsible for our negative emotions, and also in our prefrontal cortex, which dictates our decision-making and planning. Because we avoid boredom, we hurt our ability to focus, think deeply, and sit with our own thoughts. Technology gives us instant entertainment, so we almost never actually experience boredom naturally anymore. This is something that I have fallen a victim to. I recently have found myself spending more and more time on my phone, doom scrolling on social media apps like TikTok and Instagram, watching 200 plus videos of 15 seconds meaningless content. I have found that this has dramatically taken a decrease on my attention span and also my ability to do daily tasks without some sort of stimulation. Even though boredom feels uncomfortable, it's the doorway to something very valuable. When we're bored, our minds wander. This activates our brain's default mode, which is responsible for our imagination. Psychologist Sandy Mann conducted an experiment with two groups of people. One was tasked to copy numbers out of a phone book on a piece of paper, while the other group was tasked to read the numbers out loud, which was supposedly the most boring task. After that, they were both tasked to come up with the most creative use for two different paper cups. The group that had the more boring task, which was reciting them out loud, came up with the more creative ideas overall. Studies show that when we're bored, we come up with more original thoughts because our brain starts to connect random pieces of information together. Many big ideas were born during boredom, like J.K. Rowling thinking of Harry Potter on a long train ride, or kids coming up with games to play when they have nothing better to do. When I was younger, I used to draw all the time. I would sit at my kitchen counter and I would draw Spider-Man and Batman for hours. But when I got a phone, I realized that I didn't have to find things to stimulate myself with because I could just look up YouTube and watch videos. As time went on, I slowly lost my ability to draw because I didn't have to find anything to do. I could just watch videos. So if boredom unlocks creativity, the question becomes, how can we actually use this in our day-to-day life? Allowing small moments of boredom throughout the day gives our brain a mental reset, which lowers our burnout from constant stimulation. We can practice boredom, which strengthens our attention span, which we need in school and our everyday life, especially when we get older and we have jobs. As Charlie Munger once said, "I succeed because I have a long attention span." This is one of the most successful people in the world, and he credits his success to his long attention span. We can build boredom by doing small things day to day, like putting our phone away while we're doing other things. We can go on walks without music, or we can do one chore at a time without trying to multitask. To wrap things together, let's go back to that moment of sitting with nothing to do. We have seen that boredom is not something to eliminate. It's a signal that our brain needs. It teaches us how to think and it sparks creativity and strengthens our ability to focus. So next time you're tempted to fill every quiet moment with boredom, with your phone, try this. Sit in silence. Your best ideas might be right around the corner.